Hey there guys, it's your boy tattooedbert coming at you with another video. Um, this time I'm going to go over something that is very important, especially to newer vapors, and that's battery safety. I've seen a lot of things on Facebook about people with mods exploding, and I can tell you right now that 99.999% of those stories of people having mods explode in their hands, causing severe burns or whatever to their faces and hands, 99.999% of that is user error. They're either using bad batteries, they're using unsafe batteries, or they're using batteries that don't have enough of an amperage to carry the amperage load that they're building on. So they're stressing out the batteries, making the batteries fail. That is the biggest reason why these mods are failing and exploding in people's hands. Now, I I did a video last week, a little vlog video, kind of somewhat going over minorly about battery safety. And in that video, I showed you these two batteries here, which I still have yet to get redone. So I'll use these to show you what not to use in your mods. As a matter of fact, I'll tell you what, let's go ahead and take it down low and get some close-ups of that and talk more about the safety issue of it here. All right, guys, we're back here. Now, like I said, these are two batteries here that I have that need to be rewrapped. They're right now they're not safe for use in any mod. That's why I have them out of rotation. The main reason why, if you look at the tops of them here, you can see how the sleeve right here, especially right here on this one, on this edge, how it's kind of chewed up a little bit, and down here on the bottom, well, this one's not too bad on the negative side of it, but here, this one, you can see how it's kind of gnarled up on the negative side there, as well as a little bit up here on the top. That is what makes these vent and explode. Is they get what's called a short. In other words, it's making connection at the positive and directly grounding out down here at the negative with no buffering. So basically, it's just getting a straight current straight through the battery, making it overload and overheat and vent. Now, when a battery vents, it gets extremely hot. It starts hissing. You'll hear it start hissing. You'll see a lot of liquid start coming out from the positives here. And eventually the battery will fail. It will explode. Now, the easiest way I can tell you to prevent that is, first off, make sure the wraps don't have any nicks or cuts in them like these two here. That's why I have them out of rotation, like I said. And another very, very important thing, if you're going to transport batteries like this, not in your mod, do not, and I repeat, do not put them in your pocket with any kind of loose change or keys or anything metal in your pocket, because that can cause it to ground out and cause the battery to vent as well. So, rule of thumb, if they're loose like this, not in a mod, I would highly recommend getting a little battery case like this. This is a little 2-battery case. I think this one cost me like $1 maybe, but it's got room in it for 2 batteries. Keeps them separated, keeps the positive and negatives away from each other, and just close it up like that. Now this is safe to put in your pocket. In this particular kind of battery case, you can either get the 2 battery cases like I have here, where it just holds 2 batteries, or I have a 4 battery case like this. Now, I've seen some other ones that are made out of like a silicone material that works very well, as that works as well. Just, you want to put them in something that is protected so no metal can come in contact with them. That is, a lot of times I see people on Facebook say, "Oh well, blah blah blah. This battery exploded in my pocket." That's why 90% of it is they don't know what they're doing. They're putting batteries with torn wraps and mods that they shouldn't be putting them into, or they're carrying them in an inappropriate way. Well, I'll tell you what. Let's go ahead and go back up top a little bit, and I'll continue on a little bit more with what's going on. Some other things to watch out for. All right. Now that we're back up top, go over a few other things that can cause some issues. Another thing that a lot of people don't realize, especially new vapors, they see people blowing big clouds, using a mechanical mod like a tube mod, something similar to this, my Omega Stack mod, or any mechanical tube mod, and they're seeing people blow these huge clouds, so they want to do that too. But they're inexperienced in how to build, or very inexperienced in battery safety and what kind of batteries to use. Like I said before, you have to choose a battery with high enough amperage that you're not overloading or overtaxing the battery. That can cause it to fail as well. So do your research. Make sure you know the batteries that you're using. You trust the batteries you're using. Never be afraid to ask questions. Go to your local vape shop. Ask them questions about the batteries. They should know a good deal about the batteries. And if they're a good, reliable shop, they won't sell you a shoddy battery for something. And also know how to build for the batteries that you have. You don't want to put, say, a build that comes out to like a 0.06. A 0.06, it's extremely low. That's dangerous on almost any battery. I would never recommend that. Some people do run like a 0.09. Depending on the battery, that might be okay, but I would not advise that for a newer vapor. I would only advise that for somebody that knows what they're doing, that knows Ohm's law and knows the battery amperages and the draws and everything else. Honestly, I would recommend newer vapors that if they really want to get into sub-ohm, low, quote unquote, lower builds, stay around like about a 0.15, maybe a 0.2. That's generally a good safer area. I'm not going to say it's 100% safe, but it is a lot safer. And another thing, another tool that I use personally is called Steam Engine. It's an Ohm's Law calculator. As a matter of fact, I'll put a link down in the description for you guys to check it out. You can go in there, put what kind of wire you have, what gauge wire, how many wraps you're going to run with, if you're going to do a single coil, a dual coil, or whatever, and it'll tell you what it'll ohm out at. So it takes all the guesswork out of, if I have a 24 gauge Canthal dual coil 6 wraps, what does it ohm out at? You can put that information in into Steam Engine, and it'll tell you what it ohms out at, what amps it's going to pull. So it tells you if you're going to be safe or not. So, guys, please, like I said, go check that out. Don't immediately get into, if you're newer into vaping, don't automatically say, hey, I'm going to buy a mechanical tube mod. Big mistake. Start off with something, say, like IPv4S here, a regulated device where you can build on it. You can get used to building, get used to what builds are what ohms and what amps it's going to push, what wattages, and everything else. Get familiar with it first. That's the biggest thing I can say. Get used to building first. Get used to building safe. If you follow all of that, all that information that in this video, and you're very safe with your batteries. You know, you take care of them. You don't run damaged wraps on your batteries. You don't overtax your batteries. You're not trying to build too low. You 99.999% of the time, you should be safe. And guys, please, please, I don't want to see any more people saying, "Oh well, you know, my mod blew up in my hand," and blame the mod when it was user error. And seeing how it is user error, hopefully, if this video helps anybody, helps some people out, hopefully we can get that number down to 0, where we never have an issue with a battery blowing up in somebody's hand again. You know, I can't state it enough of how important battery safety and build safety is. So guys, oh, I'm sorry. One last thing too. I almost forgot. My apologies. Never try to store like a mod, something like say the Omega Stacked, that does not have a locking ring for the button. Never ever put this in your pocket and think that it's 100% safe. Anything can hit that button and start it firing. And if it sits there and continuously fires, that could possibly tax the batteries as well, making them vent. So, guys, just be safe, please. Especially if you're a newer vapor, heed my warning. Don't go out and try to buy something for an experienced vapor. You're going to get hurt. Please be safe. Alright guys, thank you all for watching my video here. I hope you learned something. Like I said, I'm going to leave a link down in the description for that site I use for Steam Engine. As always guys, please give this video a good thumbs up if you've learned something. Like, share this video around, and please, if you haven't already and you would like to subscribe, please do so. And make sure you click on that little bell icon and check mark on the get notifications so you'll get notified every time I do a video. Thank you guys all for watching, and as always guys, vape hard but vape safe.